Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video in programming the finite element method using MATLAB. In this video I'm going to try show something, so let's dive into that. Now in the previous video I said that I wanted the controller to take care of it. However, my programming senses are tingling because usually I like to use the MVC programming paradigm, which means model, view, and controller. And letting the controller deal with the view is kind of against the rules of programming. I need a viewer myself, so I need to define me a viewer. Of course, if you are new to this channel, then please consider subscribing and liking. It helps a lot. Also, this is part of a finite element method series linked at the top right. And if you bumped by a chance to this video by some recommendation and you want to know exactly what happened here and what the history of that one is, this is part of a video series which I'll also link to the top right. Take a look on that if you want to have more context as of how we reached here. So today we're going to try to program the first view, and with that being said, I hope you enjoy, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, now first things first, I'm going to be relying heavily on the plot3 function. Now, what is the plot3 function? It basically plots in 3D using MATLAB. And to plot it, you need to give it the coordinates of the points that you want to plot. And it's going to connect each 2 points with a line. So I'll just basically click on plus here, and I will save this and call this the viewer. Fantastic. Now here, I will class def the viewer, and let's end the class def viewer. Now, the class def viewer will have some properties. Those are the properties that control how the viewer looks. Like, for example, node size or something. So the node size in this case is going to be 0.1. The node size here means how large the node is on the 3D plot. I might change that later, but for now I'll keep it 0.1. Maybe also you want to have a node color. I want to have something running. Later I will talk about it. So in the methods here, of course, first of all, I'm going to have a constructor for that thing. So function object equals viewer of nothing. It's going to be an empty constructor. Then I'm going to make me a function that plots things. So function show, or maybe render, is going to equal, and it needs itself, and it needs the controller. So I'm going to pass in the controller as a variable. I think when I define the viewer, I should have a figure. And by the way, if you write figure, it just opens an empty figure. So maybe I should open an empty figure and store it into a variable because I will keep using it again. So here I will call h, that's kind of generic, h figure. This is the figure handler. So h figure. Maybe just figure. So figure equals, this is the MATLAB command, and that is the handler. Okay, fine, which means I can reference it every time. This is maybe too much. So, okay, so what I should do, first of all, I must render the nodes, right? So for I from 1 to length of the controller that has str nodes. Okay, this should be working. And now I need to fish every str node. So I'll say target node equals controller str nodes of I, so I'm fishing it out, and now I need to draw it. You know what? For readability, I will have another function that just draws it. So draw node or render node. And this will take the object, it will take a node and end. So here, I will take the target node and pass it into the str render node. So what happens here is, I will take the target node and pass it inside, which calls this. And now here I will deal with the node rendering. I am going to get the figure, I have it, and I'm going to plot. Easier said than done. How am I going to do that? You know what? Let's just plot 3 for now and say node.x, node.y, and node.z. Maybe give it like, I don't know, like --rs. Let's just try something. I should also maybe pass the figure so that it knows where to plot. By the way, it's object.figure. I don't know if it will work or not. You know what? Just try it. So It will take more than one video to do that. Let's initialize it here. Viewer equals viewer. So I'm initializing it now. And now I can use it by saying viewer.render. And I think I need to pass in the control. Let me just check very quickly. I forgot. The render needs the controller. Okay, let's just try that. Let's just put a thing here and say. So the figure popped out because during the initialization, the figure is initialized. That's why it's popping out. Oh, wait, that's a mistake. Stop. I forgot to say object.figure. That's a shame. Okay, now the error subsided. Here it's hating me because I am not. Okay, this should be okay now. Fine, I think we're doing great so far. Let's check out what happens. So let's run. Oh, 2 figures I have now. That's bad. I don't want this. Let me first of all, besides the clear, say close all. This closes all the figures that are running. Let's run again. So now the first figure, if I just stop running and run again, it will close the figure and open another one, right? Yes, it did. Great. So now here we are going to render. Let's step in. So it's going to go for the str node, our 4 nodes. That's perfect. It steps in, gets the node. That's a 0, 0, 0. And then it renders it. So it goes here to try render it. So it steps in here and it renders. And there is an error. Okay, what is your error? List cannot be a child of figure. Line can't be. Wait, what? Oh, wait. I think I must give it an access. Let me try something. I forgot how it works. Let's see. Was it the GCA? I totally forgot what the command is going to be. GCA. Let's run the main and see if it will work. Okay, it worked. There is something happening here. Okay, there is something happening here. Fine, let's just cancel it and try again. So in the viewer here, I will call it hold on, because hold on doesn't delete the plot after it got plot. So let's run again. Okay, I can see. Okay, there we go. We have it now. We have node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4 exactly defined as they are supposed to be, I guess. Yeah. True. Now I need the lines. So I need to render the lines. Now the render is very bad. I can improve it, but for now I will keep it. I will improve it later. So here in the viewer, after rendering the str node, I'm going to render the str lines. So for length str lines. And by the way, we are in the viewer, by the way. And then target line and str lines. And then I'm going to render the str line with target line, which means I need a function that renders it. So I'll copy this, paste it. This is called render str line, and it will take an input line. Now I need the x's and the y's. So I will say x equals, and this is going to be line.node1.x and line.node2.x. Those are the x's. Then y equals line.node1.y and line.node2.y. And finally, z equals line.node1.z and line.node2.z. Let's see if this is okay. Now here, instead of single x, I will give him all the x's, all the y's, and all the z's, and I'll ask him to use a solid line, blue color, and nothing else. So let's see if it will work or not. I have no idea. Let's run. And it works. Fantastic. So I think we are starting our renderer very strong. Of course, it's very simple and small and nothing is happening here. I can improve it a lot, but I guess that's the first view of our renderer. So I declare my renderer in the constructor. I render the structure by rendering its nodes and rendering its lines, where I have a function for the rendering of the nodes and a function for the rendering of the y. Once again, the entire source code is available for my dear channel members, but you can still write along with me, dear regular viewers, and you can just have the same code as me, just write along with me. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. And with that being said, I want to give a render-sized shout-out to my dear channel members in the contributor level and the helper level whose names are going to be shown on the screen. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, as their support to the channel is priceless to me and enables me to provide you with videos hopefully on time and with a certain quality I try to achieve, and for that I am forever thankful. In the end, I hope that you enjoyed the video and you found it beneficial. If you have enjoyed the video, then please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and so on, especially subscribing because it helps increase the reach of my channel. As per usual, this is a Civil Engineering Essentials channel, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.